The world watched in shock as a young African leader stood tall before global powers, unshaken, unafraid, and unapologetic. This was the day Captain Ibrahim Traore challenged the giants of the world and reminded Africa that true power comes from courage, not submission. Ibrahim Traore, the 36-year-old leader of Burkina Faso, has become a symbol of African defiance. In a world dominated by superpowers, the United States, France, the European Union, and others, Traore has dared to say what many African leaders only whisper. For decades, Africa has been treated like a playground for foreign interests. Our resources have been drained, our leaders controlled, our people silenced. But on that day, Traore broke the silence. He declared to the world, "We are no longer slaves. We will build an Africa that stands on its own feet." When Traore spoke against global powers, it wasn't just politics, it was a direct challenge to the system that has kept Africa weak. He questioned why Africa, the richest continent in resources, remains the poorest in wealth. He exposed how foreign aid often comes with chains. He pointed out how foreign military bases do not bring peace, but control. His words cut deep. We will not be dictated to. We will decide our own destiny. For some, his statement sounded radical. But for millions of Africans, it was liberation. It was the voice of Thomas Sankara revived. It was Patrice Lumumba speaking again through a new generation. The reaction was instant. Western media called him a rebel. Analysts claimed he was provoking unnecessary tension. But in African streets, the story was different. From Dakar to Dar es Salaam, from Lagos to Lusaka, young Africans cheered. On social media, his words went viral. Traore had become more than the leader of Burkina Faso, he had become the voice of a new Africa. And global powers were shaken, because the greatest threat to their influence is not war, it is African unity. A united Africa would be unstoppable. What does this moment mean? First, it shows Africa has entered a new era. Leaders like Traore are not begging for approval from Paris, Washington, or Brussels. They are demanding respect. Second, it proves the dream of a United States of Africa is no longer fantasy. With ECOWAS shaking and the Sahel Alliance rising, we are witnessing the first steps toward continental unity. Finally, it tells every young African watching that leadership is not about age, but about courage. At 36, Traore has done what many older leaders feared. He spoke truth to power.
This was not just the day Traore took on global powers. It was the day Africa remembered its strength. It was the day the world realized that Africa is no longer silent. History will remember this day. The day a young captain told the world, Africa is awake. If you believe Africa's future is bright, if you stand with the vision of a united Africa, then subscribe to this channel, share this video, and join the movement. Because together, we are stronger, and together, we will rise.